Hi, today I'm going to do my first book review, which is on Melissa Marr's Fairy Tales and Nightmares. This book I was so excited for. Wicked Lovely is my favourite series of all time, and I pre-ordered this as soon as I heard about it. I was just absolutely bursting with excitement for it. And then when I actually got it, I looked through it, and it turns out it's only half of the stories that are actually about Wicked Lovely, and the other half are things from ebooks or bind-ups that she's previously been in before, and she's now put in this. So I'll go through each story, tell you a little bit about I'm going to go through the non-Wicked Lovely ones first. So the first story was Where Nightmares Walk, I do believe it's called, and it's basically an intro. It's like 2 pages long, and it's basically about a girl running away from a creature. That's all you learn. It's literally an intro. So that was an eerie way to start things off. And then there was Transition, was it? Oh no, I've missed out a story, but I'll talk about Transition, which is about vampires, and it's about 2 vampires, and they rule a certain area, and they turn a girl, and it's about what happens after they've turned this girl and how she finds out that she's a vampire and what she gets up to, basically what she learns from them. So that was in the Bind Up Teeth, and that was a good little story. I've got to say I liked it. I liked what was going on. It was one of the longer stories as well, because the non-Wicked Lovely stories aren't very long. Before that was Winter's Kiss, was one I missed out, which I don't know why, because it was an adorable story about a girl who is the embodiment of winter, not in a Wicked Lovely kind of way. Again, it's completely different, and she lives with the embodiment of summer, which is a father. Again, not Wicked Lovely, and she needs to leave because she needs to be somewhere where winter is embraced, and so she goes on a journey and ends up meeting an ice bear, and goes through the journey with this ice bear, and it's basically her story of what she gets up to with said ice bear and how she becomes comfortable with herself. It's like a coming of age kind of story. It's only short though, but it's a really cute story. And then after that is Love Struck, I think it's called. Yeah, Love Struck, which is about a Selchie. And a Selchie is, from what I've gathered from this, because I've never heard of it before, a water nymph or some sort of water creature that is a seal in water. Then it takes its skin off and becomes a human on land, and they need to find a human partner. That's why they've come on land, and whoever finds their skin is their human partner. And a girl at a party finds the skin, and it's what goes on between the Selchie and the girl, and that's a sweet little love story. So that was nice. Then there was what's it called? Sorry, I'm rubbish at remembering these. The Art of Waiting, which is the worst story in the book. I didn't like it at all. It was something about a town. A tourist comes along, wants to take this dude's daughter. And that's about it. Nothing really happens. I don't even know if she goes in the end. I think she just waits in the town. Something. It's just, I didn't like it, and it's not very long, and I didn't really get much from it. So that's that one. Yes, and then the next one was quite weird as well. Like, it was what's it called? Flesh for Comfort, and it's about some sort of creature that bites you until it makes you lose weight. It's like liposuction, but done by Fae or something. And I didn't really get that one either. Again, it was only like a few pages long, so I got through it, read it, didn't really get it. But so that's the oh no, sorry, there's the Summer Girl, the Sleeping Girl, and the Summer King. Sorry, get it out there. And that's again a girl's choice on whether to be the embodiment of summer or the embodiment of winter. Not Wicked Lovely style, even though it's very similar. I think she's fair, but it's a different world, and it's about her choices between summer and winter, and you know what does she choose? You'll find out if you read it. I don't really want to give too much away. But and then after that we get to the good bit, which is the Wicked Lovely stories. And anyone who likes Wicked Lovely will know about Stopping Time and Old Habits, which is the two ebooks that came out between Ink Exchange and Fragile Eternity, and they are the stories of the Dark Court, yay, Dark Kings, Uriel and Neil. It's about their relationships with not only themselves, well, each other, but also with Leslie, and you learn a lot more about Leslie. She's got more of a part. And also with Other Fae, you learn things about the Other Fae as well. But it's mainly like the Dark Court and how they're recovering after those two books. And they were already released, they were already known. And then so after that, there's also Cotton Candy Skies, which is a story of what happens to Rabbit after Darkest Mercy or Radiant Shadows. I don't think he's in Darkest Mercy, I can't remember. It's been a while. But it's what happens to him and his life in Faery in the Shadow Court. And what developments does Rabbit go through, because you don't really know a lot about him, but he gets his own story in this book, which is really nice. And then there's also Unexpected Family, which is the big story that everyone wanted to know about, Seth's story afterwards. And his relationship with Ash is briefly in it at the beginning. Like, she basically says they lived happily ever after. Ash is the Summer Queen now, yay. But I didn't really care too much about Ash. I wanted to know about Seth, and you find out about Seth. You learn about his mortal life with his parents and how that's now in his Fae life. So yeah, you learn about what happens to Seth after Darkest Mercy and so on. And then the last story is merely mortal, and that is the story of Keenan and Donya and what's happened to them after Darkest Mercy. And it's Keenan and Donya's struggle with him being mortal while she's still a fairy queen. And it's also about their relationship building it, because they can finally be together now. And I loved all the Wicked Lovely related stories. Like, it's probably just because I'm a serious fangirl. They could have been really rubbish for all I cared, but I loved them. So that's the Wicked Lovely part of it. Was amazing. Most of the short stories, other than Wicked Lovely ones, were really good. It's just the two Weird Town and Weird Weight Loss Theory things. I didn't really like those two bits, but it's a 4 out of 5 stars. It was good. It was amazing, apart from the weird bits. They're the only bits that don't give it the 5-star. So yeah, thank you for that, Melissa Marr. Yet another bit of magic from Wicked Lovely. And because I read that, I managed to find Graveminder. I managed to find this for £2. So I'm going to start reading it. I've not got very far. I read like a chapter or something ridiculous. And it's a nice big chunky copy too, compared to that. £2. So hopefully her adult story will be as good as Wicked Lovely. I hope so. See you later.